I'm here now.
Taylor, in-person questions first.
Jayson, after going through the struggles of that West Coast trip, just what does a win like this do for the team's confidence starting off this homestand with a win against one of the best teams?
Feels good. Feels good to be back home, play in front of our fans, have most of our team back. Obviously, we still missing Jay Rich, but great to have JB back and just hit some shots and just play well together.
Seemed like you were operating a little bit more space today with Jalen out there kind of occupying some of the defense. Did it feel more comfortable out there obviously having him out there makes you more comfortable with you as far as how the defense plays you?
Yeah, obviously it's just, having him back is having another weapon, another threat out there that, the defense has to worry about. So, it just makes the game easier for all of us when, everybody's playing.
And did that allow, like, you were really getting to the basket, you were utilizing a lot of different moves to get to the basket, just having him out there, did you feel that space opening up?
Yeah, I think you can say that.
And Grant is obviously shooting the lights out. Just what's it mean to have to find that one extra guy that can go out there and not only hit the shots that you're, when you're trying to make these passes, but also can play some defense and pick up Giannis from time to time?
Grant shooting the lights out. Don't let him let you hear that, or let him hear that. But no, he's put in so much work and to develop, to be able to be a guy that can guard and space the floor. And it's night and day from when he first came into the league, and somebody that we can really depend and rely on to knock down open shots and just space the floor.
Grant seems to like to talk. Is he talking a lot about how his shooting is coming along in the locker room?
Every day.
Ime said he kind of challenged you not to look at guys as a bigger brother. He said other all-stars and stuff like that. How did you take that message? And what did he tell you about that?
Yeah, obviously, you want to respect everybody you play, but regardless of how many years I've been in the league or how old I am, just to, always go out there and, believe and know that I'm the best player on the floor and, not necessarily take a back seat to anybody.
A few of the guys said that the film session was pretty long and pretty direct about where you guys screwed up. What was the film session like? How hard was it? How long was it? And what was Udoka's message like?
We came back from a 1-4 road trip, so you can imagine that it's a lot of things to be shown, it's a lot to be talked about. And 1-4, it wasn't going to be pretty, and it was honest, it was direct, it was open, and it was what we needed. It wasn't time to sugarcoat anything. We didn't play how we wanted to, especially those last 3 games. You're not gonna win every game. You can live with the ones you lose when you play the right way and you give yourself a chance. But those last 3, we didn't give ourselves a chance, and a lot of careless mistakes. And he showed it to us, and we had to own up to it.
It looked like you and Dennis Schroeder had some words during the fourth quarter. What happened there, and how do you kind of move past that when you have a dust up with a teammate like that?
Anybody that's played in the NBA or a professional sport, it's a high intensity game. Guys care. And there's nothing personal, there's nothing more than that. We just trying to figure things out. And when there's 19,000 people in the arena, it's hard to have an inside voice. But just 2 passionate guys that care about winning, and there's nothing more than that. And obviously we fine, and we move on.
Thanks.
Ime was out here talking about how he doesn't want you guys to look at your opponents as big brothers. He talked about how he told you stuff that he would say to Kawhi back in the day. And Kawhi is someone who's kind of also kind of a quiet assassin type like you. So I was wondering, what did he share with you about that, and how does learning about how things work for guys that are similar to you or kind of on the same path, help you and give you confidence that you want to really accept that advice and really use it?
Yeah, he kind of just told me that talking about, you know, the ability that he thinks I have and the potential that, you know, he never wants me to go out there and respect my opponent, I guess, too much, regardless of who we playing and how much they've accomplished. Obviously, like I said, you want to respect everybody in the game, but, you know, go out there and put your imprint on it and be who you're supposed to be. And that's basically, you know, what he was, you know, advocating for me to do.
I mean, like Brad Beal's kind of a literal big brother, and whenever you go up against him, it feels like it kind of brings out the most of you. So does he talk to you about just like trying to replicate that experience or to going up against these other top guys and kind of have that mindset on a nightly basis?
That's kind of different. I mean, that's, like you said, somebody that's kind of like family, and that used to pick on me all the time. So now that I'm taller than him, kind of a little more even. So that's just, I mean, that's totally different than any other situation.
In terms of the film session, I know before when Ime got hired, you guys said you wanted to help coaching this. In terms of that film session, was that kind of what you guys were looking for when Ime was hired?
Excuse me. Yeah, it was. And I think, I mean, it wasn't anything like, I don't know, like rocket science, but it was just, we was 1-4, and you can only imagine there's a lot of things to be shown and talked about, and that's exactly what it was.
Wrap it up right there. Thank you.
No problem.